Welcome back for today's NFL pick video play for September 17th, 2018. Monday night's action here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Chicago Bears. We're going to give our lean on where we see the better value on the over-under. That total number sitting at 43 points. Now, Seattle going back-to-back weeks on the road, which is never the easiest scenario to be in. And then also Seattle, in terms of their week one loss on the road against Denver, falling in that one by a final of 24-27. They had some positive signs, but also a lot of bad signs as well. Seattle, in terms of their ground game, it was almost non-existent, just 64 yards on 16 carries. They had to rely heavily on their pass attack, but still only completing 19 passes through the air was Russell Wilson out of 33 attempts. And then the offense just wasn't able to string together a lot of extended drives, having less than 50 plays throughout that matchup in Denver. But Russell Wilson finding success here and there, certainly through the air, 298 yards, 3 touchdowns, and then 2 interceptions. And then on the flip side, defensively, Seattle had their issues getting off the field at times. They gave up 146 yards on 32 carries to the Denver ground attack, and then also surrendering 329 yards and 3 touchdowns through the air to Case Keenum. Now, in terms of what the Bears did in their week one matchup, really unfortunate that they weren't able to close that one out. It would have been a really big confidence boost for Chicago if they were able to take down their arch rival Green Bay on the road. But losing that one just by 1 point, 23-24. The Bears had the Packers on the ropes, but getting outscored in that final frame of the fourth quarter, 3-21. And then offensively, the Bears brought a balanced attack, but they didn't light the world on fire by any means. Trubisky, no touchdown passes. He did throw for 171 yards on 23 completions and 35 attempts. And then the ground game looked pretty solid, 139 yards, 1 touchdown on 27 carries. On the flip side, defensively for Chicago, the big positive that they can take away is they limited Green Bay to just 69 yards on 18 carries. And if they bring that type of effort into this matchup against a Seattle team that doesn't have the most potent ground game by any means, which is what we saw them struggle with last week in Denver, maybe that's an area of leverage here for Chicago. And then their pass defense had some gaps. They went on to give up over 300 yards as well as 3 touchdowns through the air to the Packers, with Aaron Rodgers doing a lot of work in the time that he was out there on the field before Kaiser made his appearance. So in terms of this matchup, one area of strength where we see Chicago maybe making a big difference is that ground game defense against Seattle. And if they're able to limit the number of plays and stringing together of drives for Seattle, that could potentially make this a lower scoring game. Both of these teams are going to be doing everything they can to try to pick up a win, because if you start the year 0-2, you put yourself in a position where it's really unlikely to make a run at the postseason, at least what we've seen historically. So expect a competitive matchup, and we see this one as being a little bit lower scoring. So with that being the case, I'm going to side with the under 43 as the better value play. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. Check out all of our plays over at stumpthespread.com. Link down in the video description. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you guys back here for future videos.